Hey guys, James here today and welcome back to another Sims 4 house building video. We're doing another tiny home. This one is raised because why would you want to live on the ground when you could live in the air? Living in the air is way cooler. And in this modern era where we're running out of space on the ground, why don't we just take up the same amount of space in the air and use the space under... I don't know. Look, it would just seem like a cool idea to put it in the air. That was all. That was really, that's why I wanted to do it. It just seemed like a fun idea. It was another small build. It was a little bit different because it's raised and there's like a courtyard underneath and I thought it would be fun. And you know what? It was fun to build. So there. Yeah, anyway, so just getting the shape up the top done now. I am building this in a way that it appears to be supported by these two concrete walls. So we have one on the left-hand side where the stairs go up, and there's another wall at the back. Because I felt that the one on the left didn't seem like it would be enough. If it was like, because it's not so much a cantilever design, which it could have been if I made it a little bit bigger and all that. It could have looked kind of cool. I would like to do though, having mentioned cantilever, or it's cantilever, right? It's not counterlever. No, you know what? I don't know. I'm not an architect, and I don't know proper terms. I'm pretty sure it's cantilever though, right? Cantilever. Yeah, it's definitely cantilever. Good. I was like, I'm not an idiot, am I? No, I was right. I think I sounded more like an idiot when I would question whether it was right or not. Anyway, no, I would like to do a bigger build that had like a proper like cantilever design. I really wish that this game had, uneven lots. I mean, there's no terrain tools, which still sucks, and I wish we could change that. Like raise and lower the land and the landscape and that have hills. But even if there was like lots that had lots that are like on a hill or like on a cliff, maybe if you couldn't change the landscape, but if you could just build over the top of it with like foundation and that'd still be kind of cool and still be able to do pretty cool things with that. So top tip to all the Sims developers out there, get those uneven lots in there. Even if we can't change it, at least it's something. But I mean, ideally, if we could just have terrain tools, that would probably be better. So I'm just trying to figure out the layout at this point. That's why I put the bed in. Usually getting scale is a pretty good thing to do. And I always like to test these tiny builds as I'm building them, because if you go ahead and place everything in there and you've completely finished the house and then you hadn't tested it and nothing works, then you're in for a little bit of trouble. Although, having mentioned that, I didn't actually test it when I finished the build, and I did put some more items in the bedroom, which I'm not sure if they would block the bed or not. You know what? I'm gonna test that out. I'm gonna test it out whilst we're watching the video, because why not? Yeah. So at the back of the house is the main living and dining area, which I thought was really nice because we have these huge panoramic windows, almost, going along the entire back wall. So you get this beautiful amount of light flooding into the space, and you get this huge view outside as well. And later on, we put a swimming pool out the back as well, so you can see all that, which is pretty nice, I think. And then at the front is a little bit more conservative. We have those nice big windows in the bedroom, but they have nice blinds over it as well. So it's still private, but it's a little bit more conservative on the front half of the house, so that people can't look in. And I think the good thing as well is that because it is raised off the ground and is on the second floor, or I guess on the first floor, because the ground floor is the ground floor, then that's the first. I think that differs by country, actually. I think some countries call this the first floor, or even the second. You know what? I don't know. Let me know what you would call this. I would call it the first floor, and then you have the ground floor underneath. Anyway, because this is on the first floor, people walking by in the street won't be able to just like peer in your windows and all that. So a little bit more privacy being a little bit higher up, which is quite nice, I think, anyway. Or I think that's quite nice. And the bathroom, I thought I'd keep it a little bit classy. We've got a black and white theme, which does seem to be something that I tend to default to in terms of my color schemes. It's like black and white and grays and all that. But you know what? It's because I like it. It's because I like the look of it. And that's what I would have in my own place as well. So that's why I do it. You know what? I build what I like. I build what I like. I don't know why I'm doing a really strong Australian accent, but you know what? It doesn't matter. Yeah, so we have that bathroom over there. I'm just about to test the bed in my actual game. Okay, so the right-hand side of the bed works. Let's see if the left-hand side works. Okay, no, I've got him to walk around the other side first. Get up. There we go. Okay, he can get around the other side. Can he sleep there? Oh, I don't know if he can get in the other side. Get up. Oh, he keeps sleeping on the right. Okay. He keeps sleeping on the right. So at this point in the video, I'm trying to figure out what to do with the color scheme on the outside, because I wanted that to be like a concrete wall. Something a little bit... It looked like it had some structure to it, but not like it was built out of slabs or anything. because oh god, he won't sleep on the left. He can sit down on the left and he can walk around to the left, but he won't sleep on it. You know what? I think it's fine. I think it's fine. Yeah, I was trying to find something because I don't know. I felt like blocks or like your bricks or something seemed a little bit. I don't know. It didn't seem sturdy enough, so I went with like a solid kind of concrete color. At the moment, it's still a bit white. I think I changed it to a little bit more gray than that. And then the actual structure itself is like made out of like a wood paneling because it makes it look like it's a little bit lighter as well. So you have these strong concrete supports on the left and the back of the house, and then this sort of lighter wooden structure that it's holding up, which I thought kind of made a bit of sense. Maybe it could be some sort of prefab home that just gets put together on site, so it's really easy to put in multiple places. Now, I was going to do like an exposed brick wall in here as like just a nice element because I love the look of like exposed brick. But again, I went with the idea that you'd think that I want to try and make this a little bit like the actual structure a little bit lighter. So that's why I did just again another like wood paneling wall there just so it looks a little bit lighter. But I think it still gives a nice contrast to the blank walls and sort of grey carpet as well. And I thought we'd get a bit of pizzazz with that golden clock from that's from Vintage Glamour Stuff, I believe. Which I think I said, because I did like an overview of that, overview/review. I don't know if it was a review. I think it was more just an overview. And I was like, I don't know if I'm ever going to use this clock again. And you know what? I've now used it twice. Used it once in the hotel build, which I have yet to finish. And I've used it once here. So there you go. Turns out that I did use it in the end. And I was wrong. So that's the thing. You never know what you're going to end up using. And that was one of the things I ended up using. So it was quite nice. Now, because there wasn't a lot of space in this room, I decided to put like lights and plants on the wall there as like, like bedside light lamp kind of thing. And because I wanted bedside tables in there, but if you put lights on the tables as well and plants, there was just not enough room for everything. So I thought it'd be quite a good idea to just chuck it on the wall above the bed. And then I've sort of put this mirror in a custom place by first, because this is something that, it's a good tip actually. If you're trying to put something like I guess any item that like snaps to a wall, like a mirror or like those wall plants as well, or like a toilet roll, if you're trying to place them on a wall in a custom position, like more so than you can, because mirrors always default to a certain height and you can't lower them any further, but you can always raise mirrors with move objects. But if you remove the wall and keep the move objects cheat on, then you can sort of place the mirror first and then put the wall back. It's a little bit of a workaround, and it totally works. So it means I was able to put that mirror lower down than it would be normally. So because normally it wouldn't let you put it any lower, but with that little workaround, it does. Also, it kind of acts like a nice little bed head, because obviously, because this is a tiny build, I've shoved the bed halfway into the wall, just so we could actually get the sim to be able to walk around the other side of the bed. You can fit around the other side, which is quite good. But that means we didn't have any bed head, so that it just kind of looked flat against the wall. But putting that mirror in and those like little plants on the side, I think it just gave it a nice little pick me up, if you will. Gave it a little bit more of a finished look, I guess, instead of just a blank sort of paneled wall. And then in the kitchen area, I did put those mirrors there as a splashback because you can see, and you might have seen earlier, that the bed actually goes through the wall just. So I was like, okay, well, we can just put a mirror over that. And I do like my mirrored splashbacks. If you've seen any of my other builds, I use it a lot. And it's quite funny. I know I've mentioned this before, but a lot of people are like, oh, why do you always do mirrored splashbacks? It'd be the worst because it'd get so dirty. Well, they're very common in real life, first of all. And second of all, they do have a special coating on it to make them easier to clean. But of course, you still have to clean them absolutely all the time because any smudge or any little splatter you'd see all the time. You'd have to clean it so much. I don't think I would ever want a mirrored splashback, but it looks nice, and that's all that matters, you know? Especially because it's Sims, and it really doesn't matter. So, like, I think that's the thing about Sims, is like, yeah, I do stuff in Sims because I like it and it looks cool. And maybe it's not the most practical thing in the world, such as this house in general is not the most practical thing in the world. It's such a waste of space having it like raised up, and it wouldn't make any sense unless it was like a part of a like an apartment block or like multiple units where they had one on the upper floor, one on the lower floor. That would make sense. But just having a raised house for the sake of it being raised in reality makes no sense. But this is Sims, and I thought it was a cool idea, so I did it. And that explains why I like mirrored splashbacks and I use them, because it's cool. Might not be practical, but it's cool. And it's Sims, and it doesn't matter. So there. Yeah, I really wish that we had L-shaped sofas as well. Like, I don't know why we don't, or just sectional sofas. We have those booths that came in Dine Out, But, I mean, first of all, they look like a diner booth. You don't want that in your living room. I really wish they would just put in, like, L-shaped sofas. Or just bring back the sectional sofas that we had in Sims 2 and in Sims 3. Because those were sweet. You could start doing some really cool designs with them as well. Even just nice pre-made L-shaped sofas in Sims would be awesome. Or, like, you know what else would be cool? I don't think, to my knowledge, that we've ever had it. But, like, a sofa bed. Right? Wouldn't that be cool? So you can have, you know, maybe a 2-bedroom home, and then you have a sofa bed, so if someone comes to stay over or something, you have a spare bed. I don't know. Like, maybe it's one of those things that would take them a lot of time to implement, and maybe not many people would use it, but I just think it'd be cool. I just think it'd be cool. And that's why I want it. I don't know. I think L-shaped sofas, sofa beds, in terms of sofa innovation in The Sims, that's what we need. The sofa innovation list, sectionals, that's not really an innovation, but L shapes and all the shapes, really. If we can just get multiple shapes, that'd be great. In general, just shape me up, and then we're good. Shape weight. That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. I was trying to do something with shake weight, but didn't really make sense. So underneath, I thought I'd just do like a little courtyard area. It's just some outdoor space. So instead of having a large balcony up top, they have this space underneath, which I thought was quite nice because it's in the shade and it can be a little bit secluded. So we've got a hedge on one side of the wall at the front. So it's a little bit private as well. You don't have just people peering in from the street. So, you know, you can go sit in there, just have a nice time. Someone comes to deliver mail, the post box is right there. And you may have noticed as well, I actually did put bins in this house. There's a bin upstairs. There's an outdoor bin just down here as well. So you're welcome. I didn't forget. I probably forgot something else. What do I have? So we got a sink in the kitchen. We got a stove. We got a fridge. I'm not sink in the kitchen. We have a sink in the bathroom. So there's no sink in the kitchen because, again, it's one of those things where it just takes up too much space in a small build. What else do you need for a kitchen? I guess we could have done a dishwasher. I mean, you don't need one. We could have done one. We didn't. I think it is everything. I don't know. I'm going to assume that I have everything. And if I don't, I'm sure you guys in the comments will let me know. And you'll be like, oh my God, you forgot this. And I'll be like, yep, you know what? You're not wrong. You are absolutely right. So here is a little swimming pool I was telling you about out the back. Nothing too big, but just a nice little outdoor space. Because we had such a large garden space left over. I was like, okay, we might as well put a pool, a little outdoor seating area in the sun, which is quite nice. And it also means from the living dining area up top, with those huge panoramic windows, you can look out and you can see the pool underneath, and I think it looks really, really nice just looking out those windows. And you'll see it a little bit in the screenshots as well, as just like the view out of the windows, just because where this lot is placed, you got that little sort of creek or river or canal. Actually, I think it's more of a canal. That sort of canal running through Willow Creek. Wait, hang on. It's called Willow Creek, and I'm like, I think it's a canal. No, it's a creek. God. It's in the name. Okay, it's a creek. Anyway, so here's all the outdoor screenshots. Lots of different angles here. You can see it in all of its glory. I think it's quite cool. I mean, it's something that's kind of interesting to look at, you know? It's a bit of fun. A little bit different maybe from your regular ground-based home or ground-based dwelling, if you will. There's the underneath. Here's the kitchen, dining, and living area all in one. Nice little space there to just chill out. And you can see out that window as well. I love how leafy and green it just looks out of that window, like in that angle. That looks awesome. Here's the bedroom. Got that funky clock on the wall with a big Spa spiral thing around it, which I thought was, again, I thought it was kind of cool. I don't know what the purpose of it is, but it just looked cool. Just some wall art. There's the bathroom as well. But of course, if you want to download this lot, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can click the link down below or search my Origin ID, which is The Sim Supply, same as my username here on YouTube, and you can find it there and add it to your game. But I hope you enjoyed watching this video. It was just another little tiny build. You guys seem to love tiny builds. I love making them, so I thought I'd do another one. And this is by far not going to be the last one anyway. But thanks for watching, guys. I will see you next time, and have an awesome day.